Christine Parker. I'm a law professor and I do empirical socio-legal work on business regulation. All my research has been on corporate accountability and control of businesses. The problem that I'm interested in is that we have an economic system that depends on the exploitation of animals in ways that is very unjust in a variety of ways. So the question that I'm interested in is how can we use law and regulation to change that? So then within that, it's not just about formal legal mechanisms, it's also about the possibilities of corporate self-regulation and social movement campaigns around trying to change the market. So the main research project that I've been working on for the last 3 years is what have businesses been doing with animal welfare labelling and how have social movements, environmental groups, and regulators, how have they been contesting what is on the label, and does that make any difference? So in particular, do these animal welfare labels make a difference to the experience of the animals that are being used in the food system? And secondly, does it reduce the use of animals in the food system? Because I'm interested in the regulatory governance, what I look at is the interaction between the producers who are branding these products, the animal movements who are campaigning on the way that farm animals are treated, the government animal welfare regulators, the industry associations, the supermarkets, the consumer protection regulators. So what I'm doing is I'm mapping all of the different actors who together, the way they interact are creating the norms that then create what the boundaries of the market are for animals. Outside of the animal sphere, the basic idea that I'm working with is Marxist historian Karl Polanyi, who wrote about the double movement of capitalism. So Polanyi showed how as markets expand, humans always resist the expansion of markets. And he talked about how that occurs in relation to land and labour. So the way business works, it'll try and exploit people as labour, and we resist that in various ways. So we end up with labour regulation, health and safety regulation, and so on, environmental regulation. He also talked about the way that business exploits land, by which he meant nature. So business becomes over-extractive of nature. And so what I'm trying to do with this work is expand that idea to think about animals, living beings beyond humans. I think some of the conversation that we've had over the last couple of days has made me think a bit more about, well, what's the connection between what our relationship is with companion animals and how we treat animals used in the food system and other species. One thing that struck me is Will Kymlicka saying, how would we ask animals, in what way would they want to interact with us in our society? So Will Kymlicka's perspective has challenged me to keep thinking a lot harder about how we include animals in democratic processes, because I'm basically studying democratic processes of regulation. So I need to think about how we actually ask animals and hear animals' voices in that.